Hey friends, Kevin here, and today it's time for one of those questions that comes up all the time in different groups and different forums. Is people coming in and they've just gotten their first van, or they're looking to get a van or a minivan, and their question is basically, how am I supposed to know what kind of build that I need or that I want to do? What kind of build for van life, or what kind of minivan camper build, because it's overwhelming. And they watch a few videos and they see things being done by professional carpenters, and they see people, the first thing they do is they gut the entire inside of their vehicles and pull every interior panel out and the ceiling down and the floor up, and they're redoing it with all this wood, and people are going, well, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. You don't have to. The other thing you need to understand is you're not supposed to know the answer to all of these questions before you get started. To me, it's like going back and being 15 years old and you've got people running up and asking you, hey, what are you going to be when you grow up? Hey, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? I don't know, man, I'm 15. You're not supposed to have all the answers at that point. And you're not supposed to have all the answers to van life and your van build out before you even get started. That's completely okay. If you're a subscriber here and you've seen some of my videos, you know that I tell you what I did right and what I did wrong, and I have these individual videos on just about every step along the way. You know, what you're going to use to cook on, what you're going to have with a toilet, what you're going to have for inside lights and outside lights, and, you know, how high, how tall you want to build your bed, depending on what your uses are, so you don't build it too high or too low. All of these different things. And you're just going to learn one thing at a time. And then when you learn those things, you put it into use. Now, I don't expect anyone to follow everything I say. It's just a basic philosophy. And I can tell you, somebody used the word guru once, and I really don't like that, because I came out of a sales and marketing background, and there's nobody that I followed blindly, even though there were people that I learned things from. And I looked at what they did, books they wrote or whatever, and I took the things out of that were useful to me, and the things that I believed in their philosophy, and that's what I used. But I didn't want to be a carbon copy of any of those people. The same thing comes if any of you play musical instruments. You know, you're going to borrow a little bit here and a little bit there from different people along the way, but you're not trying to sit there and be a clone of a certain guitarist or a certain drummer. And that's what I think everyone's philosophy should be starting out with van life. Don't be a clone of any of these people. Don't be a clone of me. But take the things that you can learn, hopefully, from me. The things I did right, again, the things I did wrong starting out, and use those to your advantage and put yourself, you know, mold it to you. I think that's the key to success to almost anything in life. And that's also going to be the key to success in van life, or even just if you're doing this for weekends and short trips, just doing some type of minivan or full-size camper van conversion. By reading things and by watching videos of people that have already done it and already have some experience, what you're doing is you're accelerating your learning curve. You see me make mistakes that I talk about, and you know not to make those mistakes, and you don't lose that money invested in whatever, and you don't lose that time that it took to do it. So you can have a smoother transition down your path by going around the potholes that I had. But I'm going to have some videos coming out, and I mix stuff in here every once in a while on places that I've gone to. I'm going to have a lot of stuff on the Walking Tall Buford Pusser stuff coming up. Some more stuff down in the Tupelo, Mississippi area. just all kinds of things. But basically, this is still and always going to be a more or less a van life kind of get started channel. I do these things on trips because I hope you find some of them interesting, and I want you to be able to dream a little bit about places you can go to when you get out doing this stuff on your own, and how to do it inexpensively. But the main thing is I want you to think about this as your channel instead of thinking about it as Kevin's channel. Because 20 years from now, when I'm on my deathbed, if I look back at videos, it's going to be the videos of places I went to. You know, it's not going to be the how-to videos. So I'm doing this kind of content, these how to do van life, how to do your van build videos for you. And while I'm not able to respond to every single comment, I do see every single comment. So in this video or any other video, if you have an ideal for something, or there's something that will help you out that I can possibly cover and talk about in a video, always put that down in the comment section. Because I'm always looking for new things that I can do, new things I could shoot a video about, take some footage of my vans, inside my van, that will help you out in what you're trying to do so you can get on the road and start your adventures. So just because you don't have the answers to everything up front, don't let that freak you out. Don't let that confuse you too much. And always remember, if you do something concerning your van build and it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. It is okay to make a mistake. I myself, and I guarantee anybody else that's done this any amount of time, we've done something at some point and then we've gone back and changed it around a little bit because the first thing we did, it didn't work. So understand that mistakes are okay, except that you're going to make mistakes anytime you start into anything new. And you just solve the problem from that mistake and move on to the next thing, and you're going to be just fine with it. So as we begin this new year, make sure that's your philosophy, that it's okay to make a mistake in pursuing whatever your dream happens to be, whatever your goal happens to be with doing anything concerning these vans and concerning travel. You're wondering what to watch next? I'll put some links down in the description. Here's a playlist of some stuff if you've not bought a van yet that may be useful to you. And we'll talk soon.